Shubha Deepavali, Shubha Narakasura. Wishing all of you on this beautiful occasion of the grand Hindu festival. A lot of youngsters have been asking what Deepavali is all about. Is it just about lighting deepams? Deepa, the word Deepa means lamp, and that is why we have today the Deepa has become Diva. Like how Yamuna is called Jamuna. Likewise, Deepa, lighting divas. Deepa becomes Diva. So is it all about just lighting lamps and bursting crackers? Of course, which some people say that it causes environment pollution. Just on the Deepavali day, the rest of the 364 days, bursting is okay. And especially 31st December and January 1st, they burst crackers. I don't understand how that does not lead to environmental pollution, and just bursting on Deepavali alone leads to this. Anyways, let us not get into that. So, is it all about just making sweets, snacks, buying new clothes, which everybody loves, and then just sweets, crackers, clothes? So, what is the spiritual significance? So, unless we understand the spiritual significance, every festival loses the main intention. So, we have to understand this, that Deepavali has a very close connection with God Krishna. Krishna and lot of Puranams, Varaha Puranam, Vishnu Puranam, Harivamsha and Skanda Purana. So we have to consider all these Puranas while taking into account during the celebrations of Deepavali. Avali means a series. When we say Namavali, it's a series of names. Krishna Mukunda Murare, Jaya Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murare. So names in sequence, in consequence, becomes an Avali. So likewise, Swaravali has become Sarali Varasa. Sarigama Padanisa. The next Swara, no? The series of Swaras. That is Swaravali. Today we call it as Sarali Varasa. Likewise, Deepavali is series of lamps. What connection does it have? So it's a very beautiful story of Dharma. In our Bharatiya civilization, the beauty of Bharat is we always celebrate Utsavams, Tyohar, Utsavams only related to Dharma. So Krishna goes against Narakasura, who is supposed to be the son of Krishna himself in the Purva Avatara. Krishna does a yuddha along with Satyabhama, who is Krishna's wife. In some versions, Satyabhama rides the chariot herself. In some versions, Krishna and Satyabhama fly on Garuda. So let us just take the essence of it. Krishna and Satyabhama are fighting against Narakasura. Narakasura is that Asura who kidnapped 16,100 girls, imprisoned them, tortured several people, harassed so many people like Hiranyakashipu. In the Purvavatara, when Vishnu took the form of Varahaswami and Bhuma Devi. Varahaswami lifted Bhuma Devi. So, wife of Varahaswami is considered as Bhudevi or Bhuma Devi, the earth. It's all a personification, right? So, the earth, Bhuma Devi, is the wife of Varahaswami. And to them was born Narakasura. Now, what if your own child does adharma? This is where Krishna shows, Krishna, the mother and the father, both of them together, they killed their son. Narakasura was living in Pragjyotishapuram. It's supposed to be somewhere near Assam today, that border. So they go to Pragjyotishapura. Krishna kills Narakasura, very well knowing that Narakasura in his Purva avatar was his own son. What does this mean? If your own children are doing adharmic activities, then as per Dharma, we have to teach them a lesson. And my Guru Sri Anna would say, This is like comparing a Supreme Court judge. Let's assume we have a Supreme Court judge and his son has done a criminal offense. He will be considered as the best judge only if he can give justice. So this festival of Deepavali is to celebrate justice. This is dharma over adharma, light over darkness, good over evil. So that is why this is the spiritual enlightenment. In the morning, we have rituals like we should do Taila Snana. Today, Westerners call it detox and all that. We don't have oil bath, though it is all prescribed for the Hindus. Ayurveda, as per the Ayurvedic Shastra, oil massage, Taila Snana, especially during the Amavasa that follows Naraka Chaturdasi. This festival itself is not just Deepavali, it is Naraka Chaturdasi. Because Satyabhama, though she was for this act, she supported Krishna entirely for this act, but still it is the heart of a mother, right? After his death, when Narakasura was dying, it is said in some versions that he got enlightenment and he said, let the people know that you have supported, you have such a samatva buddhi, means equanimity and equality, whether he is an asura or a deva or your own son or your own relatives. If the person follows adharma, then it is destruction, vinasham. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam. So, Satyabhama, it seems, she asks that let people understand this significance. Let them celebrate this day in the name of Naraka Chaturdashi, understanding that dharma is most important. Let them celebrate the victory of good, dharma over adharma. So that is why we have this Taila Snana, and usually in Tamil we ask Ganga Snana Macha in Tamil Nadu. Is Ganga Snanam over? Where is Ganga? Where is Tamil Nadu? We have only Kaveri here, and sometimes only it flows. And most of it is, sometimes it is in court sessions that Kaveri discussions go on. Jokes apart, so where is Tamil Nadu? Where is Ganga? But we ask Ganga Snanamacha. Why is that? Because it is believed that the sanctity of Ganga, Holy Mother Ganga, comes to every household on the day following Naraka Chaturdasi, that is on Deepavali. So, Ganga is a Jnana Nadi. Yamuna is a Prema Nadi. So, when you ask Ganga Snanamacha, it means that are you spiritually enlightened? Now, do you understand? Do you have that jnana of following dharma and not taking to adharma, because that can give you shortcuts and it can take you to maybe it can give you instant success and instant money and instant gratification. Ganga Snanamacha means the sanctity of Ganges comes to every household to show that this is spiritual enlightenment. Jnana Nadi. It is a river of knowledge. So that is Ganga Snana. And it is also associated with Annapurna Devi. The Laddu there is very famous in Kashi. So to show that prosperity, food in abundance, Lakshmi Puja. So many people do start celebrating Deepavali from Trayodashi. Trayodashi is the 13th day. Chaturdashi means the 14th. Amavasya is the new moon day. Then Prathama also, for Bali Prathama. There are a lot of Hindu stories from our Puranas and Itihasas. So it is a Hindu festival beautifully celebrating the spiritual significance as well as the most important point, dharmic desires. Dharma over adharma. So we also have Yamadvidiya. In fact, it can, in North India, it is not just the previous evening of Naraka Chaturdashi and Deepavali. It continues still Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill. So Annakutotsavam is done during that Paksha, during that fortnight. So likewise, we have beautiful stories telling us why the Taila Snanam is important, why it is important to ask if Ganga Snanam is done, and why we share sweets. It's not just making sweets and eating it ourselves, sharing the sweets And why do we wear new clothes? It's not just about buying new clothes and bursting crackers. We are celebrating this to show that Dharma will always win. Dharma triumphs. Truth alone triumphs. And the Lord is always equal. He has no prejudice whatsoever. Even if it is his own son, he will not spare if his own son goes in the path of adharma. So this is such a beautiful occasion, and it was on such a Naraka Chaturdashi that Muthuswami Dikshidhar also attained the feet of the Almighty Supreme Lord. And this year is his 250th year. So wishing all who would love to celebrate the spirit of dharma over adharma. It is not just a question of Hindus and probably religion. Everybody wants the good to win over evil. But it is important to understand that our ancient roots, our Hindu Sanatana Dharma has taught us to celebrate every function in accordance with dharmic significance and spirituality. Spiritual awakening is the most important factor. So let that happen to all of us. Let us all be awakened through Ganga Snana. And Shubha Deepavali, Shubha Naraka Chaturdashi. Namaste. Would love to